So round two, 21 to N. I love the engineering, guys. I think it's excellent. Obviously, with this different engineering, though, you're not so used to it, and it does require more preparation beforehand because the chances of brain locking is way higher because you're seeing unfamiliar pictures. And if you think about the times when you brain lock, it tends to happen when you're in unfamiliar territory, unless you're really well prepared for it, and then you can overcome that. Okay, so 21 launch, it's good. The launch is fine, but the timing at the start, it's not a race, guys. We need to be working together at the start of the block. And Manuel, I think you and Marconi just need to have a lot better communication about the start of the block so you both feel like you can get going at the same time. The block itself, it works out fine, but it just shows that you're not. And I do understand that you guys have got a new teammate for this competition, and you have minimal amount of training. And actually, I was going to wait till the end, but I'll talk about it now. The key thing for me here is that you can see that you guys aren't trained together and you're working at different times. It looks like you're thinking, let's just do this comp, have some fun with it, and actually blast out a few rounds. And if that was your plan, it's great. You know, you got high energy. It's like a high risk as well, which is a fun way to go into a competition sometimes, especially if you haven't trained so much. It can actually be quite liberating to do that in a meet. But if I'm looking at the long term, the future of the team, then I would say that we would want to be more together as a group. It's going to be way easier to stay mentally aware and have some consistency, knowing what you should be doing when, rather than just gunning it the whole way through the round. Okay, couple of things to build. Manuel, please keep your hip in place. Let Dave come forward to you. So Dave needs to be stepping forward. And then on the block, first one, really good start, Manuel. That's exactly the right start. And then it really looks like Marconi's working with you. It just looks like Dave just initially just gives it everything, and he needs to be a little more patient and needs to work with the team. Can you see Dave's body? Look how much he compresses into it, and it's just the piece turns out okay. But look how you guys have such a good dynamic. You know how little energy it requires to make this piece turn well. It just looks like Dave's trying to do it all on his own. Nice job, Felipe, on the outside. As I said, I love the engineering. I think it's real creative. I'm really glad you guys did it. And I think this is the perfect end shape to it. But it does just require a little bit of extra prep so that we get a nice block 21 shape afterwards. So we get consistency in the block. See this? So it should be now, if we're going to build a 21 from here, it does require a slightly non-standard move in that Felipe needs to come off the long axis. He needs to pop himself out to here to give Manuel space to move out. Much better, Manuel, on the build of the two. And then, Manuel, I liked your first two better. Looks like you had a bit more of a backwards before the rotation. I mean, like I said, they work all right. I just feel like they're lacking some the efficiency of it. That's what this this whole meet kind of lacks. It's the lightness and efficiency that we've been working towards, but has loads of energy, which is also good. It's just finding that balance between the two. Brain lock here from Manuel into the 21. Nice job just getting on with it, guys. That's a better two. I think Dave's found a little more patience here. He's kind of more in line with the piece as far as energy goes. And yeah, same thing, timing on the top of the 21. We have talked about the two-piece in quite a lot of detail, and I think both Manuel and Marconi, you guys are doing a great job with it. We've talked about having the knee in front of the head. I'd just say for Dave, it would be to think about making sure that his knee is in front of Marconi's head, rather, here, as in this side of it, rather than this side, and trying to get Manuel's knee in front of his head. So just a little more application to the shape, and then now we would see him. So imagine Dave's body here, right inside there. Now imagine how small that 2 would be and how easily it would spin. It's turning with a lot of power at the moment. And as you know, you only need 1/3 of the power to make that thing go round. Dave doesn't need to do it all on his own.